This is in response to Mrs. Devonna's negative Yelp review. I have a few points to touch on. You made an appointment for a style that indicated about how long it took, but you still booked that appointment, and then you get on Yelp and you tell everyone that it should only take 2 hours. If you felt it should only take 2 hours, then you had the option not to book that appointment. You had the option to basically leave me alone. Um, you already know when you book an appointment with me about how long that will take. There might be things that slow us down. The telephone might ring, people might come in. But in me and your case, um, we ran late on the appointment in the first place because one, your appointment was at 5 o'clock, not 5:30, and you admitted on your Yelp review that you didn't get there till 6:30. Okay, so I decided to take a man's cornrows, which generally takes me about an hour, but I ran over. Otherwise, I would have been sitting here waiting for you to arrive. Now, as a hairstylist, I've worked easily 10 to 12-hour days. If I sit down long enough, I get too tired to even get up and do someone else's hair. I'm really struggling with that one because I'm just tired. So I took another hairdo to stay on my feet so that when you arrived, I would still be working. Furthermore, I didn't charge you for prepping your hair. It was in pretty bad condition underneath the wig that you took off. There was no way that I was going to braid your hair and cut my cuticles. I just wasn't. I come basically with a cosmetology certificate. I'm used to hair feeling a certain way because it gets treated a certain way. You haven't been going to a cosmetologist. I don't know where you've been going to get your hair done, but you haven't been taking care of your hair. So at first, not just glance, at first touch of your hair, it was really coarse and needed to be washed and blew out. Even though you said you had washed your hair, you seem to be clueless about having a blow dryer with the comb on the end so that you could blow your hair out to prep it for somebody to do your hair. It's nice if you can get somebody to do it in 2 hours, but my system didn't tell you it takes me 2 hours. So that's an appointment you didn't even have to make for yourself. Separating the hair. I do try to provide a service with braiding where I include the hair. And if I don't have the hair here, I'll send basically my brother out to go get hair. Well, when you arrived, he was not here. And then I realized that I didn't have the hair that I needed for you exactly, but I had something fairly close. So that hair was mixed with another color. And apparently you was not able to help me separate it, which is fine. I began to separate it myself. But I just don't like the fact that it seems like you're being passive aggressive. Like, oh, it's okay if you separate the hair and then go tell everybody on Yelp some business about it took me all this time to separate the hair. And it's your choice if you don't want a mixture of colors in your hair. But that's all I had at the time. And so I took the color that you didn't want out of it, and you seem to be unsatisfied with that. But at least I did have some hair. Okay, as far as taking 10 minutes to find a show, generally, I ask the customer what they want to see. You had no clue what you want to see on YouTube, TV, cable, music. I mean, all these choices in the world, and I was giving you the choice to pick what you wanted because you're sitting in the chair. You didn't pick anything. So I picked what I thought you might like. And if you didn't like it and didn't want to watch it, why did you? Why didn't you ask for something different? That's on you. That's not on me. Because I gave you the opportunity to see or hear anything you wanted to hear on there. But you picked the choice to say, oh, well, I'm clueless about what I like. You say, I insisted on talking to you. I thought I was treating you like a human being, which is what I like to be treated like. I'm not a workhorse or I did a ride dog. I'm a human being. I come with thoughts, ideas, passions. And maybe you don't want to hear about all these ideas and passions and thoughts. But you are free to say, I'm in a rush, or I need to get out, or you've stopped. I've had people that would sit in the chair, get their hair done, and if they noticed that I stopped while I was talking, they would say, oh, you stopped. You could keep braiding, and even make it a joke. But you get on Yelp and tell everybody how you feel about me there rather than telling me, which makes me feel like you are just scum of the earth, walking the earth. As far as leaving late, you didn't have to pay for parking. You didn't get here till 6:30, you say. By 8 o'clock, you didn't have to pay for any more parking. And I believe it was a weekend, so that means there was a lot of festivity on the streets, and people are busy in Belltown, going from bar to bar, drinking and having fun. So I really don't think you were in unsafe hands. And if I thought you were that unsafe in my neighborhood, I would have been walking you to your car so that you can drive me back to where I belong safely. If you felt that uncomfortable in the neighborhood or just leaving late was an issue, then why book an appointment at night? Pick a day where you have the day off and get your hair done in the morning so you can leave while it's still daylight. And you said I just did 18 braids. That was 18 difficult braids braided down your back, and you didn't appreciate that on your hair that you have not been conditioning. Imagine that. Let me tell you how I really feel. And I since you're telling Yelp and everybody who's listening how you really feel, let me tell you how I really feel. I really feel like a young woman should be taking care of her hair. Perhaps maybe her nails too, maybe her feet. Because those are the things that I heard growing up. You want to take care of your hair. You want to take care of your nails. You want to take care of your feet. Okay. But when you took your wig off, you look like you and Jesse James had been out in the desert robbing stagecoaches and trains. And that is not the American way. That is not how a woman goes around underneath her wig. One day you're going to want a husband. And you want to be organized about your hair. You want your hair to feel soft and conditioned. Even if it's over curly, you want that hair to feel soft and conditioned. Your hair was so rough on me till my cuticles took a beating, even doing your hair. And it's not going to hurt my feelings for you to go back to that place where you can get your hair done in 2 hours. That's not going to hurt my feelings because you don't take care of your hair. And I don't want to be bothered with that. And you have a nice day. When you take off your wig, this is what you should experience. This right here. These are very small braids underneath. And even if you went with bigger cornrows or just simple individual plaits, you still put this on to protect your own hair. And I'm disappointed at how you cared for your hair. I just had to add that to the end of the video because you need to know that you should never, ever run around again underneath your wig how you came here that day. Now you have a nice day.